My beloved, my sweet soul wrapped in divine light, for exactly 47 minutes Archangel Michael has been circling your energy, whispering your name into the heavens. But you've been distracted. You've been scrolling past the very moment meant for your soul. Don't skip, don't scroll, because something sacred, something never meant to be missed, is now at your door. A spiritual letter, not written in ink, but carved in divine timing, is being sent just for you. Heaven spoke your name today, and Archangel Michael pleaded, "Let them see, let them hear, let them open this before it's too late." This isn't just a message, it's a turning point. A courier has already been dispatched, carrying the truth you've been crying out for in silence. You feel it, don't you? The weight in the air, the goosebumps on your skin. That's not by chance. You are moments away from the answer your soul has begged for, but it only arrives if you open this now. You've felt it, haven't you? A strange tug in your spirit, a shiver that arrived for no reason, moments when time seemed to pause, and your soul whispered, "Pay attention," but the world is loud, and heaven speaks in whispers, for days, or maybe weeks. Signs have been dancing around you like quiet messengers, numbers repeating, dreams that made no sense, a feather placed somewhere it shouldn't be, the same phrase, showing up on a billboard, in a video, in your thoughts. This is not random. Archangel Michael has been circling your energy, trying to shake your awareness gently at first, like a loving guardian tapping your shoulder, whispering, "Wake up now, something is approaching." You see, angels don't always roar. Sometimes they send flickers, because your soul, it already knows the truth. It's your mind, your human weariness, that forgets. Right now, you are being drawn back to that knowing. Not through coincidence, but through divine orchestration. That sudden urge to stop scrolling, the goosebumps on your arm right this second, the lump in your throat that just appeared, that's not just emotion. That is spirit activation. The veil is thinning, and Archangel Michael is urgently trying to get through. There's something coming, not to harm you, but to shift you. But the storm must pass before the sun returns, and he needs you awake, fully awake before it arrives. You were chosen to hear this. You are the soul he has been calling for 47 minutes, maybe more, and now he has more to say. Right now, there is a spiritual alarm echoing across unseen realms, resonating in the ether, vibrating through the winds, touching your life in ways you can't yet see. This is not just a passing moment or a random video. You were summoned here. You didn't stumble across this message by chance. Your soul was guided by unseen hands. Archangel Michael has been whispering your name into the light. And for 47 minutes now, he's been trying to reach you. But the world is loud. Your mind has been burdened. And so he chose this message, this screen, this moment, because heaven never gives up on those it protects. There is a divine reason why your energy feels off lately, why your dreams have turned strange, why certain people are suddenly walking away while others reappear from nowhere. It's not random. It's not confusion. It is preparation. Something is about to arrive at your door, not just in the physical sense, but energetically, spiritually. A letter, a message, a spiritual courier carrying a divine seal. It holds revelations your soul has waited lifetimes to hear, but you must be ready, because not everyone gets the chance to open it. Pause. Feel that chill? That slight pressure in your chest? That is the divine warning. Archangel Michael's energy surrounds you now. His sword isn't just for battle, it's for cutting cords, shielding your home, severing darkness before it reaches you. And he is urging you to stop ignoring the signs. The spiritual realm is not distant. It is pressing in. Closer, louder, urgent. Right now, the veil is thinner than ever before. The letter that approaches may not come through paper. It may come through intuition, a dream, a stranger's words, a sudden breakdown, a storm that delays your day. Watch everything. Observe with divine eyes, because what looks ordinary is actually orchestrated. If you've been feeling spiritual interference lately, unexplained anxiety, mood swings, sleep disruptions, It's because lower forces are trying to intercept what heaven is delivering to you. They know you are about to receive something powerful, a divine reminder, a mission, a truth you once knew before this life began. Archangel Michael's warning isn't about fear, it's about awakening. Because once this letter reaches your soul, nothing will stay the same. Are you listening? Are you still with me? Then hear this. The spiritual courier is already near, in your energy field, in your timeline, approaching with a frequency only your spirit can decode. That's why you've been pulled into stillness. That's why you felt the urge to be alone. That's why your body feels as though it's vibrating when you rest. It's not stress, it's sacred activation. Michael is preparing you, shielding you. And in this very moment, through this very message, he's placing protection around your home, your mind, and your heart. This letter, this sacred message from the higher realms, is not written on paper nor sealed with wax. It was written long before your birth, coded into your soul's journey, destined to arrive at this very point in your timeline. And now, Archangel Michael is ensuring that you finally receive it. But how does this divine letter reach you? Heaven uses symbols, signs, and emotional nudges to bypass the noise of this world. When words are ignored, the universe starts to speak in patterns. When signs are dismissed, your dreams become loud. And when you turn away from your intuition, discomfort begins to rise until you can no longer deny the whisper of the divine. The spiritual letter may show up as repeating numbers, 111 when your angels are nearby, 424 when your foundation is being rebuilt, or 911 when something is ending so that something higher can enter. These numbers are not random. They are coded timestamps, reminding your soul that you are in the middle of a shift. Have you noticed unusual dreams lately? Dreams where someone hands you a note, or where a mysterious figure appears with a message you can't remember upon waking? That is your spirit receiving downloads, angelic communications that the mind isn't yet ready to process. Have certain people been mentioning the same phrase to you again and again? Has a specific object, animal, or scene been appearing over and over? In your feed, in your life, in your thoughts? Archangel Michael is persistent. When heaven wants to reach you, it will keep knocking until you open. Even the unrest in your heart, even that sudden moment of sadness that arises without a reason, that too is a message. The divine letter stirs you emotionally before it clarifies logically, because your heart understands what your mind cannot. There is something Michael wants you to do, something your soul agreed to long ago but forgot under the weight of this human world. And now, the spiritual letter carries your instructions. You might receive it when everything in your life suddenly slows down. Doors you once wanted to open may start closing. Projects might get delayed. People may distance themselves. But pause and look deeper. This isn't punishment. It's positioning. You are being cleared, emptied, so that this letter can be fully received without interference. The signs of its arrival are subtle at first. A strange light in the corner of your eye when no one's around. A feather appearing in the oddest place. A sudden inner voice telling you to wait, go, or listen. Goosebumps when someone speaks truth you didn't know you needed, or hearing your name called, but no one is there. All of these are markers of spiritual proximity. You're not alone. You're not going crazy. You're awakening to the language of the divine. Archangel Michael is especially present during moments of decision. You may feel unusually calm when choosing a path, even if others doubt you. You may feel protected in situations where fear used to paralyze you. That's him whispering, shielding, surrounding. He speaks through intuition, but his message often comes with a powerful physical confirmation. A ringing in your right ear? That's a download. A chill on your spine during stillness? That's angelic presence. Sudden tears without explanation? That's your soul recognizing the truth before your thoughts can. Michael's spiritual letter carries three main energies: warning, remembrance, and assignment. First, the warning. He alerts you of danger before it arrives. Toxic connections, hidden envy, spiritual attacks. You may feel a discomfort around certain people, even when nothing obvious is wrong. Trust that feeling. Michael sees what you cannot. Second, the remembrance. The letter activates spiritual memories within you. You may suddenly feel a deep knowing, as if you've heard this before, seen this place before, known this soul before. That is your ancient self waking up. That is your mission returning. Third, the assignment. The message will eventually direct you. It may ask you to step away from a job, speak a hard truth, move to a place you've never been, or simply protect your peace at all costs. The assignment might not make sense now, but Michael assures you, it is connected to something far bigger than you can yet imagine. Right now, your energy field is being prepared to receive the final seal. The delivery is near. You are almost ready. But here is the truth. No one tells you. Not everyone who receives the spiritual letter opens it. Some ignore the signs. Some silence the voice. Some run back into distractions. And that's why Archangel Michael has been fighting so hard. For you not to miss it again. If this message resonates, if your chest feels heavy and your eyes feel glassy, you're one of the ones meant to open the letter fully. You're one of the ones he's been waiting for. Do you remember that strange feeling you had? The one that came out of nowhere while you were lying in bed? That dream where you saw a door but it never opened? Or maybe it was a number, one you kept seeing on clocks, receipts, billboards, 1111, 444, or 911. These were not coincidences. They were signals, soft divine alarms ringing inside your spiritual body, trying to get your attention, but you brushed them off, didn't you? You told yourself it was just your imagination, just a weird moment, just another bad night. But child, Archangel Michael has been trying to speak to you through every single one of those moments. He's been whispering through your intuition, tugging at your soul, urging you to stop, listen, and open your heart. Every delay you faced, every door that closed, every person who walked away, wasn't a curse. It was a divine intervention, but you didn't see it. Not because you're blind, but because you've been exhausted, distracted, disconnected. And now, he's trying again. Only this time with greater force. You've been seeing birds behave strangely. You've been waking up at odd hours. You've been sensing someone is watching but no one's there. That isn't fear, it's awareness. The angelic realm has been trying to reach you in the only ways you'd understand, emotionally, subtly, repeatedly. And now, a spiritual letter is arriving at your door. Not made of paper, but a message wrapped in divine protection, covered in light, stamped with urgency, and inside it is your truth, your calling, your warning, your invitation. So don't scroll, don't click away, because what you're about to hear next could finally open the door you saw in your dream, the one that never opened, until now. Inside this letter, this sacred message Archangel Michael has sent is not a warning of fear, it's a truth wrapped in urgency. My beloved child, you've been walking a path surrounded by unseen battles. You've smiled while your soul screamed, you've offered love while your heart was breaking, and you've kept going even when everything inside you wanted to give up. This is what heaven saw, and this is why this spiritual letter arrived now. Because your strength has become your silence, and silence can be deadly to the soul. Archangel Michael writes, not with ink, but with flame, a flame that exposes all lies, all false attachments, and all shadows trying to dim your divine spark. Here's what the message says. You've been under spiritual attack, not in the way Hollywood shows it, not with demons in the dark or rituals under the moon, but with quiet manipulations, toxic cycles that drain you, false promises that bind you, energy vampires who wear masks of love. These are the chains heaven is now breaking for you. The letter continues. You are not crazy for feeling too much. You are not weak for crying alone. You are not lost. You're awakening. You were chosen to carry light into a world that often punishes the pure-hearted. That is why you were tested. That is why the attacks got stronger right before your breakthrough. And that is why Archangel Michael is stepping forward now, sword in hand, wings wide open, roaring in divine power. No more betrayal without justice, no more giving without being received, no more pain without purpose. This letter is not just a message, it is your permission to transform, to step out of survival, to reclaim your spiritual birthright, to become untouchable to the very darkness that once tried to devour you. Don't underestimate what you carry inside you, because the enemy didn't attack you for your weakness. They attacked you because of your destiny. The darkness always tries to silence what heaven has anointed. And Archangel Michael's message is crystal clear. You are a light bearer. You are a destiny awakener. You are a divine messenger chosen to interrupt generational curses. That's why it's been so hard, because every time you chose peace over revenge, every time you forgave instead of lashing out, every time you helped others while hiding your own pain, you disrupted spiritual contracts made by those who wanted you to fail. And now, the darkness is afraid of you remembering who you are. Archangel Michael's voice speaks again. The reason they tried to delay you was because your awakening would create a ripple effect. Every soul you touch from this point forward will be shielded. Every word you speak in truth will break strongholds. Every step you take in faith will shatter walls built by fear. That's why the enemy sent distractions disguised as love, false friendships, fake opportunities, sudden losses that made you question if God was even watching. But it was all part of the pressure designed to awaken you, because diamonds are never formed in comfort. They're birthed in fire, and that fire you endured purified you. You were not meant to fit into the old world. You were meant to rebuild it. You were not meant to be quiet. You were meant to prophesy. And now, you're standing at the doorway of a shift that can't be reversed. You've crossed a spiritual line, and the letter from Archangel Michael confirms it. What was once sent to destroy you will now promote you. What broke your heart will build your platform. And what delayed you will now bow to your divine timeline. This is not hype. This is divine intelligence, and it's being activated now. But what you do next will decide how fast it manifests. My beloved child, before you move ahead, listen with your spirit, not just your ears. Because what I'm about to say isn't ordinary. It's encoded with divine urgency. Archangel Michael speaks softly now, not with thunder, but with a still, sacred whisper meant only for those chosen to hear. You were not just being prepared, you were being positioned. Positioned for influence without corruption. Positioned for leadership without ego. Positioned for purpose without compromise. But here's the instruction that must be followed. You must let go of what heaven never assigned. There are people in your life right now who cannot cross into your next chapter. Some were only meant to teach you, not travel with you. If you continue dragging the weight of the old, the door before you will remain unopened. This is your divine moment of alignment. Archangel Michael warns, there is a letter sealed in the spirit, already sent to your destiny's gate, but it can only be opened by clean hands and an obedient heart. This means clean your energy. Forgive who you said you'd never forgive. Release control. Stop trying to force what's meant to fall. And above all, return to the altar. The altar isn't always physical. Sometimes it's just your heart, surrendered in silence. Sometimes it's turning off the noise and asking, God, what do you want to do with my life now? In that surrender, the instructions will come. You'll hear what others miss. You'll see what others fear. And you'll walk where others fall. This is the blessing of those who are marked by the divine. This is why Archangel Michael says, the delay wasn't denial, it was divine timing. The pain wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And the silence wasn't rejection, it was recalibration of your soul. Now you're ready, ready to lead, ready to speak, ready to open the scroll heaven assigned to you before your birth. But be warned, once this scroll is opened, your life will never be the same. Old habits will die off, shadows will try to follow you, and spiritual warfare may intensify, but so will your power, because now you walk with the backing of heaven's army, and Archangel Michael will go before you, beside you, and behind you. This is the moment that separates watchers from warriors, and wanderers from witnesses. The question is, will you say yes? If your heart says yes, even with trembling hands, then speak it aloud. I receive the letter sent to me. I accept the mission. I walk in divine alignment, protected by the highest light. Now, pause. Feel the wind shift around you, because when the spiritual aligns with the physical, nothing remains the same. This is your moment. This is your sign. And this is your supernatural turning point. My beloved child, even now the atmosphere around you is shifting. Heaven has sent unseen forces into motion. They are not loud. They do not make announcements. But they are very, very real. You've felt them before, in that chill that dances across your skin, in the sudden sense that someone was watching over you, in the moments when you should have broken, but somehow remained standing. That was not coincidence. That was divine surveillance. Archangel Michael reveals, angelic patrols have been dispatched around your dwelling, not just to guard your body, but to protect your calling. That is why the enemy couldn't take you out when he tried. That is why doors shut right before you walked through them, not to block you, but to preserve you, because some blessings would have become burdens had you entered them too soon. Heaven operates on divine precision, and now the clock of heaven has struck the hour of unveiling. But before the unveiling comes the testing. That's why you've been feeling pressure lately, not just from people, but spiritually. Your sleep interrupted, your thoughts racing, your heart feeling like it's carrying a weight that words can't explain. It's because your spirit is being stretched to match your new assignment. You've been crying out, God, I can't take anymore, but the truth is, you're not supposed to take it all. You're meant to lay it down. There's an altar before you right now, invisible, but burning. It's asking for your obedience, your surrender, your yes, not with your lips, but with your life. And if you say yes, Archangel Michael will release the second scroll, the scroll that doesn't just reveal your calling, but your strategy. He warns, many have a calling, few receive the scroll of divine strategy, because few are willing to obey without conditions. But you are not like the rest. You didn't stop when the warfare increased. You didn't run when the vision took too long. You didn't deny the voice that called you by name when everyone else said you were crazy to believe. That's why you are still here, chosen, separated, marked. So let these words echo in your soul. I will not miss my moment. I will not forfeit my scroll. I will complete my divine assignment. And as you declare that, heaven records it, not just as a whisper in the wind, but as a spiritual covenant. And in response, Archangel Michael moves. He draws his sword again, this time not to defend, but to clear the path before you. He says, the crooked shall be made straight, the blocked shall be opened, and what was buried shall now be revealed. Can you feel it? The pressure was not your breaking, knee, it was your birthing. This is your breakthrough moment. Let your soul absorb this truth. You are not fighting alone. You are walking with angels. You are moving under prophecy. And you are covered by the light of God himself. Pause here, breathe deeply. Because from this point forward, every step you take, every word you speak, and every door you walk through will be backed by divine force. Archangel Michael is not just watching, he's activating. Listen closely now, because what you are about to receive is not for the faint of heart. Archangel Michael now unseals the scroll of revelation concerning you. This isn't a scroll made of paper and ink. This is a spiritual code etched into your spirit before you ever took your first breath. You were sent here on assignment, and every trial, every delay, every betrayal was heaven's way of stripping away what was not part of the assignment. You've been asking, why did they leave me? Why did I lose that opportunity? Why did the door close just when I needed it to open? And the answer is, because heaven knew what you didn't. They weren't meant to carry your scroll. They weren't equipped to walk beside someone who carries prophetic fire in their bones. They would have mishandled the revelation inside you. Or worse, they would have diluted it. That's why you had to walk through certain valleys alone. But don't be fooled, you were never truly alone. Archangel Michael walked with you, silently, invisibly, faithfully. He has seen your midnight tears. He has marked your every surrender. And now, he steps forward, sword still drawn, voice thundering through the heavens. The season of hiddenness has expired. Now begins the unveiling. Yes, you are about to be revealed, not for fame, not for validation, but for divine demonstration. Because your life is not a random sequence of pain and recovery. Your life is a prophetic story, a living epistle, a divine parable in motion, written by the hand of God and read by the world. And here's what's coming next: unexpected platforms, sudden promotions, divine alignments that happen in a moment, not because of your resume, but because of your scroll. Archangel Michael says, "What was overlooked will now be highlighted. What was delayed will now be accelerated. What was silenced will now be amplified." Can you sense the shift? There's movement in the spirit, an unlocking, a turning of the heavenly gears. You're about to walk into places your feet have never stepped, but your spirit already knows them, because they were written in your scroll long ago. Let this truth settle deeply within you. You are not just waking up, you are being activated. Your dreams are not accidents. Your burdens are not random. Your passion is not coincidence. These are spiritual indicators, confirmations from heaven that your scroll is opening. And as it opens, more will be required from you. Not striving, but surrender. Not performance, but alignment. Because this next level won't be achieved. It will be received. Your job now is to walk in agreement with what heaven has already declared. So lift your head, beloved. You are more than your past. You are beyond the limits others placed on you. You are exactly who the enemy feared you would become. And this is only the beginning. The scroll of your life is opening, and the next line is already being written by fire. Heaven is watching. The angels are standing. And Archangel Michael is waiting for your next move. Say within your soul, "I accept. I agree. I walk forward, scroll in hand, angels at my side. Now go, because revelation has met you and nothing will be the same again." The heavens are not silent anymore. They are rumbling, roaring, moving. And Archangel Michael is no longer speaking in symbols or whispers. He is now releasing a final seal, the one that tears the veil between delay and destiny, between preparation and power. He stands at the edge of the invisible realm, and over your name he declares, "The gate has opened." This is not an ordinary gate. It is not a door of human opportunity. This is the gate of supernatural intervention. And it is rare. So rare that only those who have been purified by fire, who have not bowed to the golden idols of this world, who still weep in prayer while others sleep in comfort, only they walk through it. You are one of them. You have qualified, not because of perfection but because of obedience, not because of power but because of surrender, not because you shouted your worth, but because you stayed silent when heaven told you to trust. Now, because you passed the test in the unseen, you will receive the reward in the seen. Archangel Michael reveals, heaven's hand is about to interrupt Earth's timeline for you. Yes, timelines are being rewritten. Cycles are being reversed. Patterns are being broken. Where there was barrenness, there will be birth. Where there was silence, there will be song. Where there was confusion, there will be crystal clear prophetic direction. Listen, this is not going to happen through effort alone. It will come by divine interception. Miracles you didn't strategize, connections you didn't manipulate, restoration you didn't earn. Because heaven's favor is not fair. It is sovereign, and Archangel Michael has now issued the command to release it over your life. The gate is open, but for a moment. You must respond with full heart and clear intention. This is a Kairos moment, a sacred window of time where heaven and earth overlap. You felt the build-up, the resistance, the stretching. It was all pointing to this unlocking. The tears in your pillow, the questions you screamed when no one was listening, the strange delays that made no sense at all. It was not punishment, it was positioning. Archangel Michael says, If only you could see what has been prepared for you, you would not doubt again. If only you could glimpse what the enemy tried to steal, you would praise with a shout that splits the heavens. There is divine acceleration coming to you. What should have taken 10 years will take 10 months. What required 4 seasons will happen in 1. Because you are not operating by Earth's rhythm anymore, you are under heaven's speed. But hear this, not all can go with you. The higher the realm, the thinner the crowd. Archangel Michael is calling you to release what you've been gripping out of fear. Some people, some habits, some outdated beliefs about what you deserve. Let go, because the supernatural cannot fill hands that are already full of the familiar. What God wants to pour into your life next is beyond human logic, but He will not violate your free will. You must say yes, not just with your lips, but with your lifestyle. Say yes to the unexplainable. Yes to the risky. Yes to the destiny that terrifies your ego, but ignites your spirit. Because the gate is open, the angels are moving. Archangel Michael is holding space, and if you walk through now, you will never go back to ordinary again. Say it out loud if you're ready. I step through the gate, I walk with the angels, I rise into the calling. This is not imagination, this is impartation, and what happens next will leave even your enemies speechless. Let your soul prepare, because glory is about to follow you in a way it never has before. Archangel Michael is already ahead, preparing the way. And the supernatural? It's not coming. It has already begun. My beloved one, if you felt even a single moment of connection during this divine message, if your heart stirred, if your soul whispered, "This was meant for me," then know, you were not here by accident. Archangel Michael guided you to this message. There is more waiting for you, more guidance, more clarity, more light. So don't let this be the end of your journey. Let it be the beginning of your awakening. Tap that subscribe button now and allow yourself to stay open to what the angels are preparing to reveal next. Heaven sends signs, but only those with open eyes can receive them. And in the comments, write the words, "I hear you, Michael." Let the universe see your declaration. Let the angels know you are ready. This message may be exactly what someone else in your life is silently praying for. So feel free to share this video with them. You may be the light that delivers someone else's miracle. Thank you for being here. May the light of Archangel Michael surround you always, and may you walk in peace, protection, and divine truth from this moment on.